A pair of goblins came back to the farm, only this time they came during the light of day and didn't raid my chicken coop, like some goblins did last time. One of the goblins was a part of the group that broke in and stole some eggs and a chicken. The other was his mother, and she brought him back to my farm to make his apologies and see if there was any work he could do as a sort of repayment. It was a humorous sight, really. Goblins aren't very tall, but the son was a good couple inches taller than his mom, and each time she got the impression that he wasn't remorse enough, she would reach out and twist his pointed ear. I asked where the rest of his crew was, the other 3 goblins that were with him the night they raided my chicken coop. The mom told me that she was only responsible for her son, and that if she was responsible for them as well, they would have been here too, and that her son would no longer be associating with that crew. Her son, whose name I came to learn was Finn, looked disheartened at his new social status, but he also looked sufficiently ashamed. So I shook both their hands, accepted his apology, and said there is always room for extra hands on a farm and that I would be happy to put him to work for the day. At this, I could tell that Finn had been hopeful that his apology would be enough for me and I'd let him off the hook. His mother, however, whose name was Blythe, was very pleased with this. She clapped her hands in glee, scolded her son a final time, telling him to work hard, then went to the rocking chair on my porch and began working on a knitting project, her feet happily dangling off the seat's edge. The first task I put Finn to was mucking out all the stables. This did not gross him out as much as I was hoping it might have. Then he fed the animals with hay and apples. After a short lunch break, his mother had packed a meal of pickled veggies and pickled fish. We went back out and began planting kale seeds, which should grow well during the winter. In truth, he was a hard worker, and his small fingers did well handling the small seeds that I struggle with. At the end of the day, I offered them to stay for supper, but they declined, saying they had more apologies to make. With a mother like that, Finn will be just fine. Good folk, goblins. I've always said so. Like, follow, and comment for more tales from the Fantasy Farm.